this finger is for the, then this finger here is for this. So it really depends, then it's with both fingers. So it really depends, what the situation is. This finger, ow. Well, obviously, you must be a guy when you ask a question like that, because usually women who say, how do I improve my outer thigh or my inner thigh, they're flabby, or the back of the arms are flabby, or how can I make sure that my breasts are becoming a little bit more firm, and then they will go to the stomach. But guys, I see a guy, I just saw a guy the other day in Gold's Gym, an old friend of mine, who always was muscular. You know something? That now 20 years later, I've seen him for the first time again, he was still muscular. But all of a sudden he had the gut sticking out here. It literally looked like he was 8 months pregnant. But everything else, the calves, the thighs, the arms, and everything when he trained was still muscular. So it was only the stomach, because that's where guys get attacked, is the stomach. So it's the simple rule is, whenever you eat fattening food, so you get older and your metabolism slows down, where does it go first with the guy? It goes to the stomach. But also when you now go on a diet, the first place that it leaves is the stomach. So there is really no specific diet for the stomach. It's just in general, you want to lose body fat. Your body fat maybe is at 15%, you want to get it down to 12% or to 10%. The way you do that is by burning more calories every day than you eat. So what you want to do is let's say to take 2,000, the number 2,000. You want to go and have 2,000 calories you eat every day, but burn off 2,500 calories a day. And now you have a negative of 500, and every day you will start slowly going down with the body weight and down with the body fat. And the first place where we go is at the stomach. So you do your stomach exercises at the same time, your crunches. Remember, 200 crunches every day is a must. You shouldn't even start the day without doing 200 crunches when you get out of bed. And then you do some sit-ups and some leg raises, some twists and all those kind of things. Do some bicycling, obviously some cardiovascular work, but also work out with the weights. That is how you get the stomach down. And then of course, don't forget to do the vacuum. Practice the vacuum. So that when I'm gonna stand up right now, you stand like this, you hold it like that, 15 seconds, 3 times 15 seconds, and now your brain starts remembering, oh, one of the functions I have is pulling the stomach in, not letting it hang out, but like pulling it in, controlling it. As much as you practice every day standing across against the wall. It reminds you always, it reminds the back, you got to keep your back straight rather than start slouching down like so many guys do when they get to be like 40, 45. All of a sudden they walk around like that, like beaten dogs. I hate that look. So forget about that. So stand against the wall every day and just practice and keep your head back, your chest out, and stand like this for 5 minutes. It reminds the head, the brain, that it has to keep you straight all day. The same is with the stomach always. It keeps you always pulling in the stomach and remind you not to just let it out and be out of control. Well, the first advice I will give you is not to make the same mistake I made. I went to a weightlifting gym and I asked the guys to train me, and then they trained me for 2 hours, which was way too much. But I think this was their way of kind of like having fun with me. I was 15 years old, and those champions there in this weightlifting club just said, yeah, try to do this exercise, and you got to do this exercise, and you got to try this, and do 5 sets, and do 10 reps, and do 15 reps, and all this. And so then when I was finished, I remember I was driving home with the bicycle. I was riding for around a half an hour, 45 minutes, everything was dandy and fine. But then all of a sudden, I had no more feeling in my hands. Absolutely, the feelings went awry, and it was gone. And all of a sudden, I landed in the ditch. and wiped out with the bicycle because I didn't know how to hold on to the bar. And then any feelings anymore in my hands. And then all of a sudden my legs gave out. So I was like walking home, like totally wobbly, and it was disastrous. And the next day I was so sore everywhere. So that was the wrong way to start. So what I would do is just simply do no more than 3 sets of bodybuilding. There's no hurry. We've done it all these years without it. So now just slowly start with 3 sets of 10 reps for each exercise, 3 sets of curls, 3 sets of triceps extensions, 3 sets of shoulder press, 3 sets of squats, everything's 3 sets, and let it be. And then slowly work up there from there. And then as soon as you start detecting that there's certain areas that you develop really well because of genetics, other areas that you won't develop well, that you're falling behind, then you know how to make the adjustment to your training. Where you can do the 3 sets for the body parts that grow really well, and you now increase to 5 sets of body parts, or 6 sets for those body parts that don't grow so well and that are falling behind. This is how you can make the adjustments, and that's why I always say, everyone cannot train the same training routine because everyone has a different body and everyone has different needs. There's really no usual. I would say no more than an hour. I would say the average is around an hour. And I work out with weights 45 minutes a day. So that's like an hour and 45 minutes. And sometimes I do some extra work, stretching exercises, or some ab exercises and stuff like that. And then there are occasions, like when I'm up in Sun Valley, where I ride maybe 2 hours or 2.5 hours. But I would say I'm not one of those fanatics that has to be on the bike all day long, like some people do. I'm happy I did an hour workout to really, kind of put some stress on it, on my heart and on the cardiovascular system, and also to put some pressure on my legs and to really go, and then casually ride again, and then go, and really pedal really hard. I think it's great, and it really is great for my head also. I really feel great after a great bike ride. My best squat was around 575, but like I said, many times I went up to 550, but they very rarely went to 575, but it was my best. I would also say at the same time that squat was never my number one strength. I did not have the right leg length and the right proportions for really being a good squatter. So I was struggling much more. I was bending forward much more. I was having to put a block underneath my heels to keep the body straight. I remember that Franco Colombo, he had the perfect body for squats. So Ken Waller had the perfect body. Sergio Oliva, they all had like a really great body, perfect bone structure for squats. I never did it, but I did it. I did my 10 sets of squats, and I did a lot of front squats. I had the bar coming across here, and had my arms here holding the bar, keeping the elbows up high, and then just looking up and going down because they kept my position and my body pretty straight. So I did that a lot of times. But squat is just a very important exercise. It's like deadlift and bench press and like rowing, bent over rowing, and dumbbell flies and barbell curls. These are all basic exercises that you need to do. So I was a fanatic about squats. And I used to train with people like Franco that were good squatters to inspire me.